Hey everybody, this class is about the conjugation of verbs in Portuguese, okay? Let's check it out. In Portuguese, we have three endings for the verbs, okay? In the infinitive, the verbs that end in AR, alright? Like andar, which means to walk. ER, like viver, to live, viver, and IR, like in partir, to leave, okay, to depart, to leave, partir. First thing, in Portuguese we need to conjugate the verbs, okay? It's not like in English where you have only one form of the verb, like I walk, you walk, he walks, they walk, okay? Every person needs to change the ending of the verbs. So, you get the stem of the verb, like here, in andar, and you add, in the indicative present, you just add O at the ending. Eu ando. I walk, eu ando. You, tu, andas. You add as. Ele ou ela, he or she, anda. You just add a. Nós, we, andamos. You add amos, amos. Nós andamos. Vocês, you all, andam. You add am. Eles, or elas, they, masculine, feminine, andam. It's the same for vocês, okay? Am at the end, right? So you get the stem of the verb and add the terminations, alright, the endings. The second group of verbs, the ones that end in ER. First person, eu vivo. You just add O at the end again. Tu vives. In this case, you change AS to ES. Vives. Ele ou ela anda, he or she. Ele ou ela vive, he or she lives. Instead of A, you add E. Nós vivemos. Here, instead of amos, you have emos. Vivemos. We live. Nós vivemos. Vocês vivem. You live. Instead of am, you use em. Vivem. Vivem. Eles ou elas vivem. Okay? Again, it's the same ending for vocês, you all, and they, right? Em for the verbs that end in ER. Okay? Present indicative. And the ones that end in IR, like partir, to leave, to depart. Again, the first one is the same for the three. O. So, eu parto, I leave. Tu partes. It's the same here. You add es to the stem of the verb. Ele ou ela parte. Again, the same thing. You add e. Nós partimos. Here you have IMOS. Okay? The stem of the verb part, and then you add imos. We leave. Nós partimos. And here again is the same. Okay, for you plural and they, you get the stem of the verb and you add em. Partem. Vocês partem. You leave. Okay. They leave. Eles ou elas partem. Okay. Another thing that I want to draw your attention to is that in Portuguese we don't need to have the pronoun, close to the verb, next to the verb, because the ending of the verb tells us who we are talking about. So, ando, this O here means eu ando, right? I don't need to say eu ando, but you can say it or not, it's up to you, okay? Tu andas. The AS tells me that is you, right? And the same thing with the other verbs, alright? So, there is much more to talk about verbs. It's a complex subject in Portuguese, but it's not that difficult. It follows these rules, okay? It's always like that, except for some irregular verbs that fortunately are very, very few in Portuguese. And they are easy to manage as soon as you start practicing, okay? So we are going to have more videos about the verbs, how to use them, how to create sentences and things like that. So stay tuned, subscribe, I'll see you around.